What is going on, all my fellow nerds and geeks? So first of all, I want to say a huge thank you to all my followers for my San Diego Comic-Con video. It actually, over the weekend, hit 2,700 views, so that is amazing. I think that's one of my quickest jumps, and that's not even complete. I still have some other San Diego stuff that hasn't been delivered yet, and a couple things that have. I'm just going to wait to do a second haul video. So enough of that, we're on to this video, and this video is for this month's Pro Wrestling Crate. And the dog just took a dive. There he goes. So I've had a couple questions. I always say the dog. This is Odin. This is my dog Odin. He's very needy because I normally do these videos right when I get home, so he's kind of been by himself all day. So he always wants to jump up and be part of them. So let's get into this box. To be honest, I have not been disappointed with, I mean, there's been a couple boxes that have not been, you know, everything that I wanted in them, but it's kind of been like with the BAM box where there's always something that I want in them. The autographs have all been pretty good, which is when I was watching the videos before they bought out the other company that I did. I didn't really care for much of the boxes, but so far they've actually been pretty good. So as you guys know, these are we got the spoilers here, but it's actually a t-shirt company, so you always get 2 shirts in the box. And I know some people always like wait and do the shirts last. I'm gonna do them first. So let's see what we have here. So the Black Heart. So I do actually like the design on this. It is a pretty cool looking design here. It is the Black Heart. A lot of times with these, I recognize the people, like their faces. I'm horrible with names though when it comes to some of these. The main roster guys I always get, because I do watch a lot of the main roster stuff. Some of the guys from the new, like the NXT, I don't watch a lot of the NXT. I always want to, but I never have time. But then when they come up to the main roster, it seems like they don't get used like they should, because they always seem to be really big fan favorites on NXT. I don't know if this guy's on NXT. He could be just one of, you know, a different character. I'll know when I get to the spoiler cards. So then we have, I always feel bad with these shirts because I never know who they are right off the bat. So yeah, this is someone I couldn't even venture a guess for this one. The other guy, I recognized his picture. So this guy, I'm not sure. So we'll see when we get to spoiler cards who that is. So also in these, you always get the micro brawlers. And I do know this. I do know who this is. He was really fun to watch during the Attitude Era. He kind of, after the Attitude Era, I haven't really watched much of him. And he was a big draw for WCW, and that is Raven. So these micro brawlers are interesting. I was told by someone that these actually, the brawlers themselves will go online for like 20 bucks. I don't sell any of the stuff that I get. I tend to keep it all. The micro brawlers, they're really cool. I mean, I got some really amazing wrestlers. So far, there's only been one micro brawler that I really didn't know the guy on it. So they've been actually pretty good. Then we have the pin. And this pin is actually really cool. I'll take it out of the package because it's always hard to see through the glare of the package. But when I first saw this, my first thought was Randy Orton, and you'll see why. But it is actually Jake the Snake Roberts. But Randy Orton they use the same thing with him. But this is cool. Definitely cooler that it's Jake the Snake Roberts. I don't dislike Randy Orton, but he's never been one of the guys I've really followed heavily. But my only complaint about these pins is a lot of them are pretty decent size. I wish they would do double backs, because on my vest, I know I don't show it very often, but on my vest I've got tons of pins. And the ones that don't have the double back, this one seems like it's pretty bottom heavy, so it should be okay. Some of them will spin around. I did get I was waiting in line with someone, and one of the guys one of my buddies from Funko and stuff, he told me put a dab of hot glue behind it and push it down and they'll stay. Awesome idea. So I do need to do that. So then, looks like we have a pair of socks. And this is another one that I don't 100% know, and I'm not a big fan of these style of socks. I love weird socks, but these ones tend to, because I have big calves, they stretch out and you can't really see the picture very well. So the villain, I know that he was part of like the New Japan, the like with the Young Bucks and all those guys. But like I said, the pictures are cool on these socks, and I always think they look interesting. I put them on my calves, and it just stretches out, and they always look really, really weird. So, really cool. I do love weird socks. I've always been a fan of weird socks, but just those ones, they stretch out and look weird. So then we have a video, and this, I normally do not watch video. I said video, like anybody who's younger than people watching videos are gonna know what a video. So DVD. I normally do not watch these shoot videos and that kind of stuff. This one I might actually watch because I was lucky enough to meet this guy before he passed away, and he was crazy in and out of the ring, but he was an amazing person to talk to. When I went and met him, it was a show a few hours from where I live, and he just basically sat on stage and talked about his whole career. And half the show he was wearing a suit, looked really nice. Then he went off stage, and then Mean Gene Okerlund came on wearing the signature kilt of Hot Rod Roddy Piper. And so then when he came back on, he was in the full gear, the kilt, everything. And then after the show, there was probably 200 or 300 people there. He talked to every person there for a few minutes, signed anything they wanted signed, and he was awesome. So it was really sad to hear when he passed away, but I probably will actually watch this one. So then the last thing in this box is the autograph. Autographs have been pretty good coming out of this box, so I was pretty happy. So let's see where we are with this autograph. So let's see what we got. Okay, this is a good autograph. So it is definitely a top guy in WWE right now. Not my favorite guy. I have never really cared for him, even though he's kind of trying to go a babyface route. I don't know, there's just something about him I've never been able to get behind. But this is definitely a cool autograph to have in the box, and that is Kevin Owens. So, I want to say this is probably back from like his NXT or something like that, because his style's a little different now, and he's got some new tattoos and stuff. So, but there's just something, I've never really been able to get behind Kevin Owens. But that is a really good autograph to have in a box. That's an autograph that I wouldn't think right now with how hot he is that you'd get in a box like this. So that is really, really cool. So that is it for this box. Let's take a look at our spoiler card so I can figure out who those guys were that I didn't know. So we got the Blackheart original, Tommaso Ciampa. So I do know that name. I do. So he is, I believe, part of NXT because I've heard that name before. The other guy, Switchblade Watercolor, Jay White. So I don't know who Jay White is. All the other people on this I knew. The Raven, Marty Scurll, like I said, I know of him because of the New Japan that I kind of watched for a little while and the stuff he did there with like the Young Bucks and those guys. And then Kevin Owen 8x10, Jake the Snake Pin, Roddy Piper shoot video, and then you get your 10% off the thing. So that is the spoiler card there. So like I said, there's only one character or one person on here that I really didn't know. I mean, I didn't know exactly who he was, but I have seen him before in other stuff. But looks like this is the theme for this one was Heels Part 3 crate. So definitely a good crate. So yeah, the autograph was great. Everything, the shirts were good. I liked it. The shirts aren't too crazy. Some of the shirts we'd get with the other company were a little too crazy, and I didn't really care for them that much. But the shirts with these ones have been coming, and they're actually pretty decent shirts. I mean, this is a shirt company, so of course they're going to have great shirts. But so that is it for this box. To To be honest, my favorite thing in the box is probably the autograph. Even though I'm not a big Kevin Owens fan, that's an amazing autograph to get in a box with how hot he is. I mean, with how much stuff he's got going for him right now, it is definitely good. But, you know, they named this the heel box, and at this time he was a heel, and now he's kind of going babyface, kind of, with his feud with Shane McMahon. So that is it for this video. Wanted to get a quick one out today, and like I said, thank you everyone for watching. 2,700 hits and still going up. And it also netted me like 15, 20 new subscribers, so that's pretty cool. So, as always, don't forget to like, subscribe, follow me on Instagram, all that fun stuff. And as always, don't forget to stay awesome, people.